We are gonna be arranging some flowers and talking about New York Fashion Week. If you're thinking about going, if you don't know if you wanna go, watch this video and I'll tell you everything that went down. Can you still hear me? Is it still nice and crispy and beautiful? I hope it is. We are gonna be making 2 to 3 bouquets. I wanted to get like a really fall friendly, pretty one, but yeah, let's just go for it. Okay, got eucalyptus, jumbo mum balls. These are dahlias. And we have this giant, beautiful bouquet of an assortment of roses. We have it deconstructed, we're gonna start clipping. Maybe about a month ago, I decided to go to New York Fashion Week. It's always been like a secret dream of mine. Actually majored in fashion, but the cards just weren't right for the timing. Because like I worked in fashion, I worked in beauty, and every single time New York Fashion Week would come around, I would either be on another assignment or I would be on PTO or I don't know, just like something wasn't aligned. But finally this year, I went as a content creator. I'm gonna walk you through everything in case you are wanting to go and you have a lot of questions. First off, organization, 100% organize all of your appointments, put it all on a Google Doc, on a Notion document, in one place, put on your calendar, because it's gonna get really crazy really quickly. A lot of things popped up very last minute for me, and I'm talking about like the week of, the day of sometimes. Be afraid if you miss out on an event. There's honestly so many events that are going on during Fashion Week. You wanna be your best, and sometimes that means missing an event or two. Okay, so should you go to New York Fashion Week? That is the #1 question all my friends ask me, like, hey, was it worth it? For me personally, I think it was 100% worth it because I went with a goal and an intention. You can set your own goal. Your goal could be like, I wanna meet more people in the fashion industry. If you're going for fun, you kind of have to weigh the pros and the cons of what that will mean for you. Financially and so on. A few different types of events. There's of course the runway shows, and those are super prestigious, so you need an in to get in. And then there's also like brand events. So brand events are things like parties, pop-ups, and so on. And then there's a bunch of events that are open to the public. And that's also another cool way to be immersed in Fashion Week without actually doing Fashion Week. And when people say Fashion Week, a lot of the times they mean like Fashion Week, like the shows, but there's just so much going on around it as well that I would say that even if you don't get an official invite to the shows, it's totally fine to just like go. So what should I wear? I decided to go super last minute. I decided to go maybe like 3 weeks out. And so I panicked and I was like, I have nothing to wear. I would say that next year, if I go to more runway shows, I would probably work with a stylist to pull some looks for me. For certain special events, like if you're attending a show, then yes, dress up. But for everything else, to be honest, there's people that are in New York that aren't going to Fashion Week, so just come as you are. And bring comfortable shoes. I cannot stress this enough, how much walking you will be doing. You're probably wondering, how do I get cute to the shows? So people just wear the cute shoes to the shows, but when they're walking, they're definitely either swapping into heels or they're immediately going to a cab. Bring snacks or eat. So if you are doing full-on Fashion Week and you're going from event to event to event, a lot of times you're gonna forget to eat. You're just like doing so many things. You're not going to quite remember to stop and have a little break, and you don't wanna do that. So bring water, bring a snack. You gotta keep your stamina up or else you're gonna be so dehydrated and so tired. Oh, and weather-wise, what should I wear? I went during September, so that's fall Fashion Week. It was still so hot. If you're trying to do fall looks, I would highly recommend to just take the photo and change into something comfortable. And PR. So if you are a content creator, I would highly recommend to just bring a full suitcase, like a full empty suitcase for any PR. Another thing that I want to emphasize is that if you are going either as a creator or as an enthusiast, to be mindful of the people who are actually working in the fashion space. It's a job at the end of the day, and you just want everyone to have a good time. And there's a lot of stuff that's beyond the control of certain people, whether that's the person at the door, whether that's the person, you know, serving you drink. Be cautious, be graceful, except partying. If you do decide to party, I would highly recommend to keep hydrated because there's so many parties that are going on every single day of Fashion Week that it's really easy to just like go big and burn out. Remember that for most people, this is a business event, so you don't want to overdo it. You get back safe, make sure that if you're with a friend, you're checking in on them, but just basic things. The funnest party that I went to was definitely, I think, the nylon party. I didn't know what to expect. It was huge. Like, the venue was absolutely beautiful. And then Paris Hilton was DJing, which was really cool. It's definitely one of those things where you can't believe that it's actually happening and you're like, wow, this is amazing. How do I get photos taken? So you can either contact a photographer that you love in New York, or if you have a friend, you can ask them to help take your photo. I contacted my friend Adam when I was in New York. I worked with him previously, and he took these amazing, beautiful photos of me. Thank you, Adam. As you start going to more of these things, I realized that you just meet the same photographers going to the same event. Oh yeah, how do I find friends at Fashion Week? I actually went on my own, and it was a little daunting, to be honest, because I think that you experience a lot of things alone, but truly going to an industry event alone, I just, forgot that feeling. Going alone is probably one of the best decisions that I made, because when you go alone, you have to talk to people. You have to open yourself up, you have to talk to randos, and you have to really put yourself out there, where if you're going with a friend, you might be really reliant on that friend, you might stay in your little group. And it also keeps you on schedule, especially if you're going to a lot of events. Would highly recommend going alone. Oh my gosh, it's shaping up. Doesn't look like it, but it's shaping up. I'll walk through some of the fun things that I did. One really fun experience was, of course, the nylon party, iconic. People were getting their nails done, which I thought was awesome, with Sally Hansen. And then Paris Hilton was there DJing, wild. And then afterwards, I went and got a beauty treatment at this beautiful spa, the most beautiful spa ever, called Spencer's. The night after, which was much needed for recovery. And let's see what else. Oh my gosh, I did so much. I went to the Prada pop-up. It was so beautiful. They gave everyone hand-wrapped bouquets, and I got a little gift from them. They also have a custom engraving station where you can engrave your name and have a little Prada trinket on your perfume. I went to the Haiti Sandy Liang pop-up. They had a truck. And then I went to a few shows too. Love the one from Lost Patterns. That was a beautiful show. Oh, and then I went to the gifting suite, and that was wild. That was my first time as a creator going to a gifting suite. And I swear every day I'm so thankful for the fact that I get to do this. A little bit more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a few more white flowers here. Stunning, beautiful. There's just so many amazing people out there doing amazing things that made me so happy and thankful to be in my industry. And I also wanted to take time to highlight the jewelry that I'm wearing. I'm wearing jewelry from Ana Luisa. They were kind enough to send over some gifts for this video. So I am wearing this beautiful, beautiful necklace and these beautiful earrings gifted from them. I love the earrings. I love the gold color. You can wear them to dress up. Yeah, I've actually worn their jewelry for a pretty long time. I just don't quite advertise it. But thank you so much for sponsoring these beautiful, beautiful pieces. They have such amazing pieces, timeless, classic pieces. And the packaging is super fun. Yeah, so I would highly recommend you check them out if you're looking for some new jewelry, if you're looking to dress anything up. Always cut diagonally. That way it'll be able to soak up more water. I do think that after a while, especially if you're an introvert, it can be a little draining to do that much social interaction. And so I would say recharge at home. Pick and choose the events you want to go to. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, it was so much fun. I got my hair done. There's so many pop-ups, I'm telling you. I was walking randomly, they were giving free blowouts and free hairstyling. So if you have the means for it, if you're in New York, if you're thinking about it, would really recommend that you do New York Fashion Week at least once. Let's see now. Okay, that's better. 3 bouquets. One that's this really pretty rose one, and 2 that are kind of this more red for fall, red, dark, mysterious.